What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, episode number 33 of the GamerKnoob. Let's rest. We need sleep. Scribe a scroll, my friends. What scroll do we want to scribe? Let's see. Indeed, what scroll? We know buff scrolls are really good, so maybe we'll scribe some buff scrolls. Sounds good to me, and I like my extra movement still, so we'll continue doing that.
You lived on the streets and you never once stole nothing? Like, nothing? Nothing? Not even an apple? Get out of here!
But it's the truth. Why would I steal when kind people are so willing to share what they have?
It's true, why would she steal? Alright, well, there we go. We are done with our resting. Oh. The commander becomes host to an anomalous force, and his dreams are filled with strange visions. He feels the space around him distort, and his sensory organs are flooded by false images bred by distortions of light and air. Reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel at the other end. A grim figure awaits. His body resists this crude attempt to wrench it from reality, but the unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one of the demonic rage and destructive desire. The stranger grabs at it and pulls like a hunter reeling in the harpoon. Troubled by the sudden intrusion, the dark and ominous force deep in the commander's soul answers with a menacing growl. The commander tries to understand what's going on, or stares intently. Tries to understand what's going on. He needs a moment to figure this out. The commander is being summoned, transported through space by some magical force. However, the attempt did not succeed because the commander is not a spirit or a demon, but a mortal human. The commander is surprised that the spell worked on him at all. He attempts this one. Come on! Yes! The darkness conceals the stranger's appearance, but something can be glimpsed. A massive set of bull's horns crowning a head, the tips glinting malevolently. Now what are we going to do? Use every effort to suppress the tangle of rage in his soul? Takes comfort in the knowledge that he is a human, immortal, and no one could ever break the will of his stubborn species, unleashes the dark and unbridled part of his soul. Uses every effort to takes comfort in the knowledge that he is human, immortal, and no one could ever break the will of his stubborn species. By force of will, the commander pushes his anger down as deep in his soul as he can. The attraction rapidly weakens and responds as if the mysterious enemy can no longer sense the commander and concentrate its efforts on him. The apparition recedes, leaving the commander wondering whether it was reality or a nightmare. Well, it did happen while you were at night, but I don't think it was a nightmare, so to speak. Any more of these things to throw in? Nope. I'm surprised we haven't ran into another bag of holding, but maybe they don't want you to. I could see that being the case. Alright, I still like my team. This team is still chilling, so yeah. Whitish locks of hair on his head mark the time of his inevitable death. Yeah. Old gnome. Okay. Step 1. We all know what step 1 entails. Playing with the armies. So these are Hell Knights. Kind of interested in grouping the Hell Knights with the other people. 164 hit points, AC 9, 8d10. You have, what small group do you have? This small group? AC 11, but they're nice tanks though. So maybe you will just go here and group up with the scouts, Hell Knights. You guys are continuing along this way to destroy some demons, so we'll continue that path for sure. Take out the archers as quickly as we can, please. Beautiful. Don't have to worry about them nearly as much now. Let's get you in front of them. Almost. I'll let the one live, I think, and we'll focus on the other groups. The one can't do that much damage, right? Yeah, it only kills one of my guys. That's not a big deal. Well, that's not what I wanted. Hello! I'll let my ranger take care of him. Good job, guys. Focus on the big group here. No, my archers! Get off my archers, bro. How dare you? Yeah, we need to make sure we form a line around my archers from now on. That way they can't be attacked like that. We definitely don't want to lose archers. They're very valuable to me. Keep bringing them back with some heals, easy peasy. There we go. Take them out now. Perfect. Everybody focus on these kids, please. Take a run around to try to attack my archers too. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I actually really like this aspect of the game. It's quite fun. So you're hitting him for 70, you're hitting for 285. Still, that's really close, honestly. Like, with there being 6 and there being 90, like that's pretty close. Good night. Definitely need a bigger army at some point, but for now, I like this. 114, beautiful. Brought them all back. Absolutely perfect. The traitors who defected to the enemy side at Canabras are dead. Neurosian expresses its deep gratitude to the commander. Ooh, nice level up, girl. Oh, it was what we have to choose from? Okay. Bless all units in the army game. +1 bonus to attack for 3 rounds. Enemies receive -1. Target unit orders with 3 points of damage reduction for 3 rounds. Let's get Bless. Now, let's see here. Are some armies I need you to go after back here, but I kind of want you to be a little bit bigger first. There is one army up here that I can definitely have you go after. Let's take them out. Oh, these guys have clubs. Shoot the clubby boys, I guess. I doubt they can move far. Yeah, I didn't think so. I got a lot of health. Give them that. I got a lot of health. Guess we'll set up like that for now. Or maybe they're just really tanky. Who knows? Eh, maybe we can bless. Whatever. Let's bless. Everybody's very defensive now. Nice, 2 shots. Taking out those zombies, son. He does like no damage. Maybe I should just always block with him. Probably. They might not even be able to kill one, honestly. High morale is so good. I wonder if you can ever get like a double trigger of high morale. That'd be pretty cool. Aw, so close. Oh, we actually lost one. It won't matter, but I was hoping it would show me how much I have left. I think it's like there's a little line gone, I think. Now, these guys actually can do a little bit of damage, so they actually get to attack. But other than that, these guys just defend. Oh, good night this round, sweet prince. What's this? Innovative attack. -1. Ah. It must be from these guys. It must be from the whites. Well, they're gone now. Easy peasy. This army crushes them. This army crushes. The corpse is in a tattered scout's cape bearing the emblem of the crusade was leading the undead squad. He battled on until he ran out of bolts and desperately tried to conceal his crossbow with his own body, even when the soldiers were hacking off his limbs. Soldier found, or not soldier, item found. I guess we can't do that yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. We have many places we're still going. This direction is where I'm going to go next, but Moondance Meadow first. Oh, Crossbow of Judgment, by the way. Let's check it out. +2 crossbows, critical range reduced to 20. But the critical range is already 20. Whatever. Whenever it threatens a critical hit against an evil or chaotic, it automatically is confirmed. Nice. Auto-confirms are always good. Moondance Meadow. What's gonna be here? Hopefully not another crazy fight against gargoyles, huh? Hopefully. Alright, my friends. March onwards. Let's see what the world has in store for us today.
Let us be off.
Plagued Smilodon.
I'll make my own legend.
Hey,
Doubt
Lan,
is
you
the
wanna
heart's greatest
take a
challenge.
shot at
We
this guy?
will be victorious.
You missed, Lan. You missed. You only had to hit a 15 and you missed. That's just sad. Your thing has gotten very confusing at this point.
I'll remove this obstacle.
That's how you hit
49! And he's still alive. That's a good sign. Immune to slumber. Good to know, good to know. Well, actually, I mean, I don't really... I guess this is
Cover
our
me, all
surprise
right?
round.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
And now it's real round. Ow!
You've crossed the wrong monster.
Oh, there's another one. Hi.
You're irrelevant.
These guys are actually kind of strong.
forward.
Did not expect. So they're immune to sleepy sleep.
Stab you or zap you? Why not?
That's okay. They can be immune to sleep all they want to be.
Into the fray! This will leave a
They hit
bruise.
hard and they hit like 5
You
times.
won't survive me.
My goodness.
You should have listened to reason.
We won't falter.
Yeah, they hit hard.
I will help where I can.
Yes?
You want to go throw some heals at this chick?
Yes,
We'll blow through like a lot of your first level spells.
yes, yes, yes.
Oxen, yaks. That'll be good for now. No loot from them, huh? What do we get? Cold iron. Ah. And also a keen composite longbow +2. Well, we gotta look at that compared to Lan's wicked longbow. It's a +2 on a crit. It was passive will save or suffer a curse. Cursed creature suffers -1. And -2 fortune, -3 reflex saving throws. It can be removed with a remove curse spell. Yep. But what's this one for you? This is your higher crit range. That's right. I actually really like that. The higher crit range, he gives a higher chance to get crits with all of his attacks. Now he's got a 19 to 20 crit instead of a 20 crit, which means if he rolls a 19, he can crit. And he gets a lot of attacks. So I think increasing his crit range is really good, actually. Maybe we can give somebody else the wicked longbow, I guess. Whoever's using longbows. There you go. Enjoy. Reagents.
Let's move.
I like reagents. Little snack they had up here. Those guys actually hit really hard. I think they attacked like 5 or 6 different times. That's insane. And kind of scary. Another wound in the world, it looks like. However, it doesn't look like there's anything around it. No hidden things. Huh. Just some creatures to kill, really? Interesting. Alright. Fine by me, I don't mind at all. Let's head out. See what the next world awaits us as we head towards Chili Creek. That's a long trip. I mean, we're gonna head towards the carcass first, and then we're gonna head towards Chili Creek. No, because I know this won't be a fight. And now we'll rest. Alright, we're not scribing scrolls because we want everybody to do the things they're doing.
You'd like some food. Caravans, traders from all over Galarian. The city's always noisy with people speaking in a dozen different languages.
And you traded it all for some armor and the Worldwound? You paladin types are an odd bunch, and no mistake.
Rested up, beautiful. All the rolls except, unfortunately, no spiciness today. That's okay. We were supposed to visit our friend here that we met in the tavern. The priest, I believe, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I was turned away from my mic if you couldn't hear me as well.
Adventures await.
Saddle up. Alright, what do we got going on at Chili Creek? Some ducks. Juno! How are you doing? A small doll made of grass is tied to a tree with a dark blue ribbon. Is it? It is. How you doing, bud? Juno looks thoughtfully around the grove. He pauses in front of a few trees, lingering there for some time. He seems to be examining something carefully. At the sound of your footsteps, he turns around abruptly. The angry expression on his face quickly gives way to an amiable smile. Commander, it's so good to see you. It seems you found time to visit our quiet backwater after all. Couldn't be mistaken, but it looked like you were frightened by my arrival. Oh no, you startled me, that's all. It was my overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. The town where I grew up was a good deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there were always lots of new faces. And plenty of people bustling around. Here, though, it's different. One second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. The moment you step outside the village, you're all alone. You can walk for miles in any direction with only the birds and animals for company. This is, of course, the way Aristotle teaches us to live, but truth be told, it still makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable. What were you looking at the trees for? See for yourself. It's the blue ribbon dolls. I keep finding them here in the grove. I think it's some kind of local ritual. I asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. I just don't understand the reason for all the secrecy. Why do you like living in the village? How do you like living in the village? I'm getting used to the way of things. I still get the occasional sidelong glance from the locals, but that's not surprising. After all, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without an invitation and settle down in the village. The church warned us about this. Such caution is to be expected at first. I just have to do my best to earn their trust. I heal, I purify the water, I give blessings. Sooner or later, they will accept me as one of their own. So quiet here. What makes you forget what peace feels like? I understand. My time in Canabras gave me a small taste of war. I only had to live through it for a few days, but I know the horrors. What I witnessed will haunt my nightmares for years to come. I cannot imagine how hard it was for those like yourself, soldiers who given their lives to this cause. You've chosen to fight here in order to protect our peaceful and quiet life here, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. What do the locals think of Aristotle? They're indifferent. They're pragmatic people, you know, and they don't have time for the theology. If old Deadeye helps them survive, that's good enough for them. You know, some priests get overzealous with sermons. They demand people pray, observe all the rituals, and make sacrifices, and then those priests, all holy and pious, are surprised when locals kick them out of the village right into the nearest ditch. I was taught differently. First, you have to prove your worth. You have to show them why you and your deity are useful. It's only after you've begun to earn their trust and start asking questions about your faith that you can really share your beliefs. Then you can tell them all about old Deadeye and his teachings. Well, then, will you show me around the village? Of course, let's go. You'll meet the locals, see how we live. Maybe you'll even manage to get some peace and quiet, a temporary respite from the hardships of war. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. Strong.
Let us be off.
An elf.
Strike with
Shoot it
all
down.
your might.
You guys didn't kill it. Lan.
Endure
Could have. Okay, well, then you blew it up. Oh my goodness, Lan. Corrupted animal meat.
Let's move.
Of course, everything's corrupted. Anything hidden by the waterfall? No. Probably wouldn't be in a weird village like this, huh? What's across the water?
Follow me.
Oh, that's awkward. Okay. Sling stick. Huh. Well.
March on.
There was a dead body here, Juno. Do you know anything about the random dead body? What the heck? Watch out for those huge teeth. Don't let them catch you. Why is there like a hydra creature? Aim for her throat and belly. Fewer scales there. Don't be afraid, everyone. We've fought ones bigger than this.
We can
What?
do it.
Surrender or else!
They will
What?
break against our resolve.
These villagers have fought these before, huh? You just fought a hydra before?
The light take you!
Okay. I mean, hey, if you fought a hydra before, you fought a hydra before. I mean... Dang it, it's saved. That would have been huge against this guy.
Distract them from me.
Melissa. I mean, she's beating him up. I mean... Actually, kind of. Actually, I'm not really scared of this at all.
Mind
I've seen
over
how much
Melissa.
damage they've done to this thing. Holy heck. These villagers are freaking beasts.
Make every strike count.
These villagers just punched a hydra to death. That'll teach you to mess with us. Man with green eyes, the broad shoulders of a swimmer, and the calloused hands of a fisherman shakes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Something's got them all worked up. That's the second time they've crawled out this month. So let them come. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last, so what's it matter? They can't hurt us. We can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. Markle, Melissa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Gregor, the commander of the crusade. He's the one I told you about. Ah, real hero in our little backward. So nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important come visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. Oh, stop it. I'm not some important guest, just a mortal like you. That's right. 2 arms, 2 legs, no horns or halo or fangs pointing at you. You're just a normal human. But your reputation precedes you. Our priest here told us much about you. We couldn't help but admire you. Hydras are usually far more dangerous. That beast was not at full strength. Until you have an eye for such things. Well, of course he does. He's the commander of the crusade. He probably could have told you that all with his eyes shut. It's all thanks to our mother, Icy Real. She takes care of her children, won't let anyone hurt them. She fills our nets with fish and drives away the monsters. That's right, and if she doesn't drive the beast away, she'll weaken them so we can kill them and harvest their hides. Icy Real, who's that? She's right here. Do you think this was the Selin? No, it'd take you half a day's rowing before you reach that river. It's big to be sure and very important. The Selin flows through at least a dozen countries. But where would the Great Selin be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks, such as our dear Icy Rill? The people of Chili Creek hold their river in great reverence. How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river. From the wedding wreath we send down its stream to the funeral boat that floats away from the waters when the tide comes. Our mother, Icy Rill, feeds us, gives us water, protects us. The gods are far away, but our Icy Rill is right here, so we treat her with respect. 2 of you look much alike. I assume you're related? Right you are. She's my little sister. Takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. She's always restless, couldn't sit still, and Melissa is just the same. She's always up to something. And you took after our grandpa. May the river silt be his featherbed. You're as brave as he was, and just as stubborn. You two looked very confident when you were giving orders to the other villagers during the fight. Are you in charge here? Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon. So if some nasty creatures come crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But when it comes to fishing or fixing nets, we'll be the ones following orders. We're not an army, and there are no officers here. We all live together, solve our problems together, and serve the Icy Rill together. Although, truth be told, it's only been in the last few years that people really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept it themselves, and no one wanted to go poking their nose into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels, but after money and the goods began to float into the village, they changed their minds. Yes, the village has been growing. We're getting to see all sorts of things we had only ever heard about before. The year before last, we had a fair, and people came all the way from Canaveras to attend. Then a priest came, and we'd never seen one of those before in these parts, and now who'd have thought the commander of the crusade has decided to pay us a visit? What are the grass dolls hanging from the trees in the grove? There's nothing much to tell. An old local custom. It's just a ritual. Oh no. How is life of the village now that you got a priest? Not much has changed. He's a good lad. He does some healing, never bothers with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. He also knows a lot of songs, and when he sings, it makes you want to sit and listen. The Worldwound is not far away. How have you not been attacked by demons? Have you ever been attacked by demons? No, we've never seen any. Our mother Icy Real keeps us safe. She'd never let such abomination get near us. I have to go. Back to the front. Can't imagine the nightmarish creatures you have to fight there. Have a safe journey and a swift victory. Y'all are just murdering hydras. You want to come along? A bunch of hydra murderers up in here. You guys do good. You guys do good work. Hey, you want to open that for me, will you?
This is my kind of work.
What did I get? Oppressor's gloves? What do you do? +2 in persuasion skill checks made to intimidate. Maybe this could -2 on saving throws against. Oh. Somebody likes to be persuasive, so here you go. Anything to buff our persuasion even more, man. Always like to buff the persuasion. I'm a persuasive-natured kind of guy.
Onwards.
We're just doing like a loop back and forth here to see what we can find. Something's fishy about this village, that's for sure. We're gonna have to hopefully find out what it is. You never know if there's like a perception check inside there. Alright, let's see what's going on in the village. Melissa, Markel. Look, the commander's here. Welcome back. Please stay here as long as you like. How are things going in the village? Not much happens in the village. I'm sure you have a lot going on. And stuff is always happening in the cities on the front lines, but things are pretty quiet out here. Well, let's see. What's the latest news from our little village? Well, we went fishing and caught some roughy. They were big too. Nice plump, fat as piglets, I tell you. What else? Weevils have been eating through our carrots and they gobbled up everything down to the last stalk. Then the other day, old Brig went up to fix his roof and took a hard fall. If it hadn't been for Juno and his prayers, he'd have been kicked the bucket by now. Note about that. You must think it's ridiculous to call any of this new. Also, Juno is just downright wonderful. I don't know, maybe his prayers are working or maybe he just has a lucky touch, but whenever he blesses me, I always catch a boatload of fish. Also, he sings like enough already. Juno this, Juno that. It's all I ever hear about. You worship any deities here? Faith, religion, deities. With all due respect to Juno, no one here has time for such things. Maybe people in the city can go around saying prayers and listening to sermons, but in the backwater place like this, we're just doing what we can to survive. There's only one provider and protector for us, our mother, Icy Rill. Yeah, the river doesn't care about prayers or sacrifices, and if Icy Rill wants something in exchange for her help, she just takes it without asking. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my throat today. I'm gonna have to get a drink of water and stuff. Alright, maybe we're better now, who knows. Two, you look much alike, assume you're related. Yep. How's life in the village? Now you got the priest. Yep. Already done that. What are the dolls? Tell. Yep. Well, it's not far away. We already know that. When the Crusaders are near the Worldwound, they often experience nightmares when they sleep. Do you have any trouble with nightmares here? Don't know what you're talking about. If I'm honest, sleep like a dead man. Nothing to complain about. I have to go. Safe travels. And don't forget you're always welcome here. You guys are interesting. Book. More loot. You guys have a lot of potions in your village.
Pretty good, aren't I?
You're pretty good, buddy. You are. Don't let anybody tell you different. What's going on? What did we pause for? Oh, ferocious wolves up there, huh? We'll have to see what's going on up there here soon, won't we? We will. But first, we must continue looting everything from this village that they need to survive. Because, you know, it's our job. Hey, Juno. So the way we live out here, we're not wealthy, but at least things are relatively quiet. Why are you examining the trees back in the grove? How you like living? We've already read all this. It's quiet here. Work should be like peace. What do locals think of Eris still? They're indifferent. They're pragmatic people, you know, and they don't have time for theology. If old Deadeye helps them survive, it's good enough for them. Alright, we already read that. Y'all experience nightmares. You have trouble with nightmares here. No nightmares within here. The villagers look it up in the outskirts of the wilderness. Perhaps that will why. Just like you die. Just think that's funny. Don't mind me just looting everything. Thank you for all the stuff.
Let us be off.
Let's find our way up, shall we? Must be this way, right? Yeah, I would imagine it's up this way. Looks to be correct. Right
Too
there.
late for apologies.
We are the light. They are the darkness. The inheritor, guide my blade.
Poor elks.
I'll hit you.
Time to share your treasures.
Forwards!
They just sitting around, just minding their business, and we're like, nah.
You're irrelevant.
No
You've
minding your
crossed the
business.
wrong mongrel.
Into the fray.
That's how I hunt, personally. I mean, I just walk up to
You
them.
won't stop us.
Oh, you're big.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, no, you're
We
not
will
too
falter!
You're dead now. I don't think I've been missing that skin option, have I? I don't think so.
Let's move.
Maybe I have.
I'm all ears. orders.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Direwolf here. Critical miss. You rolled a 1. And then you destroyed it. I don't even think that was a... Oh, it was a crit. Okay, I was like, I didn't think that was a crit, but it was.
You should have listened to reason.
I guess direwolves aren't very scary at this point.
Surrender,
Alright, where
or
are you going?
else.
No glory without risk.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Why not both?
Strike with all your might.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Maybe we just put it to sleep. Like I said, maybe we just
The
put it to
light
sleep.
take you.
Distract them from me.
I feel bad almost. Almost. She's coming through, murdering all the animals in the area.
Follow me.
What killed you? Oh, it's the Smilodon. Yeah, yeah.
You're irrelevant.
That sounds about right. There's another
The
one
inheritor.
somewhere.
Guide
Hi!
my
You guys
blade.
can go invisible apparently. That's nice to know. Good night. No, you're immune. I forgot.
Time to share your treasures.
Good luck, Sela.
We can do it.
That will not work on them. Why not? You know what? Just do some damage to him, shall you?
You won't survive me.
Try to get rid of this one in front of us here. Oh my! This is actually a fight. She gets smacked around. They hit hard, holy heck. When in doubt, save. Don't say.
Let us be off.
Let's see here.
No reason to pause.
As I pause.
We should move.
Let's get
Rely
some
on
in
me.
trouble
Trouble
yet?
yet?
Who? Me?
You are my favorite aide.
Yeah, this affects like all allies, yeah. Alright. Let's walk forward now.
Mind over
Can we
muscle.
retreat already?
Let's chill, shall we? Make them come to us. Over there. Demon Plague, huh? You blurred. Jesus, that hit so hard.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Like so hard.
This will leave a bruise.
Cover me, alright?
Alright, Seela, you need to heal yourself. Oh, you're gonna be dying. What's the bonuses on these Smilodons, by the way? Plus 24? Plus 24. Oh, is that all? Trying to make her even harder to hit for him. Heal her up, shall ya?
You won't survive me.
Focus on the Smilodon. if
We
you don't
will
mind.
fall.
There we go. Ooh, that fight was actually kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. That fight was actually kind of scary. God dang.
Let's move.
We got through him though. I mean, we needed. Hey, I think we needed our buffs personally. Also, we're so zoomy.
You're irrelevant.
You can handle them, right?
We still have our buffs on. We zoom over here. Definitely. Good night.
Endure this!
Well, that was good.
You should have listened to reason.
Into the fray!
Strike with all your might.
I mean,
Stab
I
you or
guess it's
zap
not
you.
really
Why not
fair.
both?
They're little baby wolves in comparison to what we just fought.
Surrender or else.
Make every strike count.
I feel kind of bad.
I'll remove this obstacle.
The light!
I mean, like, even
Thank
Sela
you.
gets
We
damage in on
can
these
do
guys.
it.
Our nature checks are not the best, are they? They're not. Nothing in this direction, huh? We still got another way to explore up back
Follow
in
me.
this way, so let's go do that. There could be another big fight up here for all I know. What's this way? Hello, elk. Goodbye, elk.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
I'm sorry, elk. You're not going to live.
Forwards.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Collect.
March on.
I guess if they blow up, there's not really anything to skin. Maybe that's why I don't get to skin them a lot, because they explode quite often when I'm fighting them.
Distract them
Yet
from me.
another obstacle.
Hello.
You won't survive me.
Too late for
Oh, I
apologies.
feel so bad.
The inheritor, guide my blade!
Poor little
Time
elk.
to share your treasures.
You're irrelevant.
We won't falter.
Get on in there. Alright, Lan, take him out.
Endure
Oh,
this!
you only got one shot, so maybe not.
I'll hit you.
Sela, are you gonna do it? Oh, hello.
Into the fray!
Cover me, all right?
You should have listened to reason.
Alright, you're ferocious.
With all your
Not
might.
too frightening. If you don't mind me saying. Sorry, buddy. You're just not very scary. A lot of loot. I'm like just killing all of the things they hunt. They're like, hey, we kind of need that. Nah, you'd be fine. Maybe I. Well, it looks like we've pretty much explored the area. Weird. Very weird that there wasn't more to this. Hydras and stuff? Interesting indeed. Oh, they could have gone right up here at the beginning too, didn't even notice. Must gather your party before venturing forth. Huh. Very interesting little area there. Lots of animals to fight. But that was really it. Do we have anything else on this side other than Nameless Ruin? Conundrum unsolved. We gotta go to the heart of the mystery. We already know that. But other than that, it's just here that we gotta go to. Let's travel this way. We'll probably need a rest by the time we get here. And then we'll take off again. No, because I might actually... Yeah, I was like, it might have been a new turn, and it was. Can you guys get through here now? How do you get through here? I have no idea. Very confusing. What's this? Okay. Can buy things. Recruits. Clerics are available. We don't have enough for any clerics. Well, I guess I can connect this road for you. I don't want to do that. Let's head in this direction. And you're just gonna wait. You guys can rest here. Should I go in and then rest so that I get the thing? Probably, right? I don't know how it's 100% how it works, but I'm assuming you have to be inside here to rest for it to work. And we can sell all our stuff. Maybe I have to go through that tunnel with my party before I can actually go through it with everybody else. Maybe. That's my only guess at this point. Show me what you have. Sell bulk, please. We don't use crossbows. Sell the +1. I keep those magical items on me. Give me 10 grand. Thank you, kind.
Let us be off.
Time to rest. I hit T. I don't know what it did. I think it turned off turn-based mode. We'll have to fix that. I didn't scribe a scroll. Oh no. Upsetting. And I failed spicy pastry again by rolling another 1. Turn-based mode back on, please. Thank you. Don't need to carry those around. Alright, area exit. Let's go. We got things to do, people to see, places to hide. I mean, what? No hiding. Maybe we can get through this nameless ruin before the end of the episode. Maybe. Or maybe not, who knows.
This is my path.
Ninio is lightly encumbered. Why are you lightly encumbered, Ninio? A light is fine, but I don't know why it told me. What do you, is it this? You're just so weak you can't carry that? You'll be fine.
Let's move.
Let's go check out this nameless ruin, shall we?
I'll remove this
They
obstacle.
look like they're running away from something almost, which is kind of scary. Step 1, you go after Siva.
Make every
Do you have
strike
5
count.
shots on any of them? Because if you do, I want to take that. I don't think these guys can go to sleep, can they? Yeah, me into
You
sleep.
won't stop us.
Hi.
We can do it.
These guys with their tongues out are just creepy as heck, my dude.
No glory without risk. Savvy or Zappy? Why not both?
Yeah, I like 21s.
Mind over muscle.
Maybe I should have shot back here. Probably. Okay, no attacking.
I'm all right.
36? It was a crit. Okay, I was like, what the hell?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Why are you only attacking 3 times? It looked like, I don't know. I can deal with you for sure. Oh well. Good job, Sela. Way to dodge.
Forwards!
Of course he misses. Of course it does. Let's go ahead and heal yourself, Sela. And everybody around you, just to be safe. You know?
Distraction for me.
We'll start taking them out slowly but surely here. I mean, you have so many.
Go.
We'll probably rest after this area anyway. Although I doubt this is gonna be
Tactical retreat.
Jesus.
No.
Can we attack Sela and not anyone else? It is 3.
You
For some reason I keep thinking he has
me.
5. Which is just not the case.
Yes.
No, go heal him. Yes. Go heal him. They'll keep attacking Sela, it's fine.
We won't falter!
I needed your help, Gregor, thank you. Seela just got hit a lot because she got unlucky. That's all it was. Is he paralyzed? Yeah.
Endure this.
Well, at least you got one hit in. Smack for healing and melee. Oh, glad they missed that. You don't attack Ember. That's unacceptable.
Into the fray.
I really like Magic Missile. He'll be fine soon.
Make every strike count.
Surrender, or else!
Alright, Gregor.
We can do it.
Cause pain.
The light. Take you.
Yeah, but you shoot now, huh? Oh, you don't provoke? Okay, well.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I guess it was too much
Too
to hope you
late for
did, right?
apologies.
Forward.
Easy peasy, not even close.
Together we stand.
There is no greater satisfaction than overcoming a challenge. That is, of course, until one day the challenge overcomes you.
Until one day challenge overcomes you. Well, that wasn't a bad fight to kind of end the episode off with, huh? I mean, we're gonna walk a little bit forward, I think, but just because there's a cave right here and I want to see what's past the cave. Is it the ruins? Alright, I think it's the ruins. So, I mean, I'm probably gonna call it here, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace! Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you've got anything to say, go to the comments below, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the bell. If you want to see more, check out this video down here. Thank you so much for watching. Peace!